Fire Signs and Astrology, the passion, power, and spark of light. Do you ever feel like life is moving too slowly and just want to light a match and make it happen? That's the fire element in astrology, pure passion and unstoppable energy. Today, I'll show you why fire signs can inspire all of us and how to harness that spark without burning out. And stick with me till the end because I'll share with you a fire sign ritual that you could do under 3 minutes to boost your motivation. If you don't already know me, I'm Ev Zerverdakis, the founder of Holistic Healing Astrology, over 50 years of astrology reading and experience. So let's get with it. When we think about fire, there are fire signs in astrology that all have different components of fire. So let's start with Aries. Aries is the first fire sign, and it's the first sign of the zodiac. So it is the spark. Think of striking a match. When you strike a match, it is the spark that starts the fire. Okay? Now, fire signs are always passionate and they're enthusiastic and they warm up the environment, the place. They're quick, spontaneous. But each fire sign has a unique element of fire, a unique strength. So when you look at any sign, you look at the components of the sign, the building blocks of the sign, and when you have a fire sign, you're going to have a cardinal, a fixed, and a mutable fire sign. So the first fire sign is the cardinal Aries sign, okay? Cardinal means to start. It means to initiate, to take action. Now, Aries component fire is that spark that we talked about. They are abrupt, they're quick, and sometimes they don't have the staying power. Now, what's the next astrology fire sign? You guessed it, it's Leo. And put in the comments if you're one of these fire signs, if your sun is in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, which will be the last one that we talk about. And then we'll do our little ritual so you could really understand and work with your fire energy in your chart. So Leo is the fire sign that maintains because it's fixed. Well, how do you look at that? It's not the match. It is the fireplace. It is that sign that makes you feel warm. It's inviting. It's the entertainer. And they have a regal sense. Leos have a big heart. They're very warm-hearted. And they're funny, okay? And so that warms up the room. So they are fixed because they don't like change. It's keep the fire going in the fireplace. You see, that's that fixed energy, not the start. They just maintain, okay? The last fire sign is the mutable fire sign, Sagittarius. So you think of Sagittarius, which is very social. It's not personal like Aries and Leo. It is social for the whole world to see. And Sagittarius is all about social justice, law enforcement, travel, adventure. Let's be friendly, freedom loving, okay? And it's mutable, which means it changes. It's ever changing. Well, what represents Sagittarius fire? Look at the stars. When you look at the stars in the sky, it's that fire, that sparkle and twinkle in the sky for the whole world to see and embrace and inspire. That is the Sagittarius type energy of fire. So look at your chart and find all 3 fire signs in your chart. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below, and I will get back to you, I promise. Now, let's go back and review and see, okay, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We need to understand when we look at the element of fire for each sign, who rules those signs? Aries is ruled by Mars. That is a fire type sign, planet. So that's a fiery planet, okay? It rules warrior and they're courageous. That's Mars energy. It's associated with Aries. They don't even think twice. They just go for it. They go into the battle. Now, Leo's ruling planet is, you guessed it, the sun. The sun rules Leo. There's no greater force of energy than the sun. And the sun pushes out just like Mars, but in a grander scale, huge scale. And if you study Kabbalah, understand Kabbalah, the sun could be analogized as the creative force. And Leo is the creator, one of the creative signs, most creative signs in the zodiac. And there's nothing more powerful than the sun. And think about it. We all need that sun energy. Plants need it to grow. We need it to warm up the environment. You see? So isn't it interesting how astrology is so well put together? Why? Because the Creator has everything to do with astrology. And that's part of Kabbalah teachings as well. The third fire sign is Sagittarius again, and it's ruled by Jupiter, the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is a gaseous planet that's bubbling over and just huge. And that Jupiter energy is ever expanding. And it's abundance. And there's no lack, nothing lacking with Jupiter. And in ancient times, Jupiter was considered the benevolent planet along with Venus. But Jupiter was the lucky planet. But what Jupiter does is it makes things bigger. So it's not always the best thing, because if you have a problem situation, it will make it bigger. But if you have a good situation, it will make it bigger. The other thing too, since I want to be precise and correct, if you have a negative situation or a heavy situation in your natal chart, then Jupiter, along with Venus, they could nullify it or balance it out so it's less heavy. Okay, it gives it a sense of ease. It's not as potent. Okay, smooths out the edges. Makes sense? So you lasted this long. It's almost 9 minutes. And so this is your bonus. Now, how do you activate the fire in your chart? The first thing you have to do is understand, where are the fire signs in your chart? Are they in a cardinal position on your angles? And are there planets inside your fire signs? So look and see where your Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius are in your natal chart. And then use fire, whether it's a candle or looking in a fireplace and being around a campfire, whatever, or stargazing. Choose what feels best for you to activate that fire element in your chart. I hope you found some value in this video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. Share it with some of your friends that love astrology as much as I do. And until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.